Sorry everyone for the thumbnail. I don't know where my thumbnail went. It disappeared somewhere. I've been looking for it for like 10 minutes now, and I don't have that big of a camera roll or a library for pictures. So, I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna have to stick with this. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to What If Deku Was Ghost Freak, I believe part 2, either part 3 or part 2. Let's see, here's part 2, yes, part 2. So, where I left off, they were in middle school. As Deku, wait, was he in middle school or in, I believe he was either below middle school or about middle school. Anyways, what would happen is that we travel in space. We go through space now. As Vilgax is halfway done, JK, he's still pretty messed up, so yeah. You know, a lot of, how would you say, it'd be that time where Vilgax sends down his, his people, like 3 of them, 3 assassins specifically. 3 specific assassins. If you watch the original series, then you know the 3 people I'm talking about. The 3 OG hunters that kind of hunted down Ben 10, so yeah. Anyways. What would happen is that... What was his name? I cannot remember. What was his name? Did I actually want to delete off my phone? Fudge. Yeah, I might have actually delete. Azimuth, that's his name. Azimuth, he's not getting up anytime soon. He's in another planet, crash landed a decent amount of wide, like a couple, like a galaxy, another 3, and a couple galaxies far away. So he's in another planet trying to create something, trying to create some type of controllable thing with, how would you say, DNA from other aliens. This being the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix will be born. Yes, but, due to no one able to do anything, he kind of uses it himself. Which, this time, Azimuth, it's not the entire Omnitrix, but, I mean, it's pretty useful. He uses the Omnitrix, it's like a small Omnitrix for himself. So what he does, he can, protect the practically last species, or, the only species of the Ghost Freak. Right here. The one that can evolve 3 times. So yes. Now let's go back to Deku's perspective, where they're talking about, Reiko, kind of why she's with Deku. Don't you get it, Bakugo? We have similar abilities. Not just that, but I can appear in and out of places. Ugh! Whatever, just don't do that when I'm around. Ugh. As Deku continues to kind of disappear and reappear everywhere. As they kind of leave Deku alone for now. They don't, he hasn't used any of his, powers yet. So, I mean, yeah. The only powers he really has used was, his strength and maybe, some instances of him, in and out of practically disappearing or just turning invisible practically. So, yeah, those are the only things. So, they're not really scared of him. They're just, if they freak him out, Deku freaks him out. So, yeah. As Deku senses something, he senses something is coming. Something that should not be here. Well, we might have some company. As now we go to a couple months now, where Deku has transferred to a private school instead of a public school. Yeah, sadly, he had to leave Reiko, his best friend. So yes, he's kind of sad. Technically not, because he technically doesn't feel emotion, but you know what I mean. So yeah. Over this time span, Deku would harden his shell on talking to people. People would, call him names, and no one would really particularly like him, nor want to be in his direction or facility, because, he still has that terror radius, like Dead by Daylight. He has that terror radius, like the Doctor, where if you're, in, 100 meters, you practically go, you feel his presence already. Like, you just feel this shadowy, menacing presence behind you, but it's not really there. So, yeah. People don't like him, but I mean, he decided to wear a hoodie, so yeah. All you see is just a hoodie floating. That's, all you see. You just see a floating hoodie, practically. He also turns invisible, so yeah. Shaha. So, this is gonna be a pain to go through. I wonder when I can go back to become myself. As Deku feels that he's missing something in his life, something that he's been eager to gain from others. Something he sees a little bit weird, but he wants people to be feared. He wants people to fear him. Which, I mean, it's natural, knowing his race, so yeah. As time goes on, Deku becomes more... due to Reiko not being there and having her influence on Deku, Deku would become not evil in a sense, but more of lines of... it's kind of complicated. He becomes more sinister, you'd say. Not as, evil sinister, but kind of, more, he gains more abilities. Not like that, but, he figures out a way how to use them. Like, his teleportation, his invisibility, and all that. He knows how to use them, uniquely. To kind of get the best, scream out of people. To get, the most fear from people. So people, they kind of don't notice him because, he's not really there when, things happen. But, I mean, some stuff does disappear, like snacks or stuff. People will just see, snacks gone from drawers and whatnot. So, yeah. As this will catch someone's eye. This will catch the eye of someone very particular. She would... I don't know. She wouldn't, go near Deku, because, I mean, who's insane enough to do that? Because, I mean, it's getting to the point where, due to the influence and, his race and origins, and due to being a mutation, able to evolve, have one more evolution than, the normal race, Deku, he gets, a horror radius, which means he gets the exact ability, the horror or terror radius from Dead by Daylight. So the more people come closer to him, the more they start seeing stuff. So it's kind of like the Doctor's abilities. The Doctor's abilities from Dead by Daylight. The more you go near him, or technically different, since the more farther away you are from him, the more... It's complicated. The closer you are to Deku, the more things you see around yourself. Things aren't there. Just fears. Your worst fears can appear. They won't do anything, but they'll just kind of appear out of nowhere. I mean, technically that's a lie. They would move towards you, but I mean, it's kind of, you know what it is. The closer you are, he's probably he's like the metal rod for negativity, practically. He can control, his natural aura, now, due to no influence by anyone, is kind of just alone. And yeah. He's very terrifying. He's the most I'll say he's pretty flippin' scary. He doesn't even have to do anything to do that. So, that's a natural occurrence. That's based on the emotions. That's based on the emotions of him, practically. The more, isolated or, you know, calm he becomes or something. Not the calm, I mean, the more, you know, intentions he has by natural instinct he does have, the worse the illusions will get. So people aren't able to, you know, go near him at all. Like half of the school, like, every time Deku goes on one part of the school, everyone just flees. Because they, like, they know what happens. Like, they scared of Deku. Silence. Such wonderful. I love silence. Brilliant. It is so quiet, so calming. As eventually, that is when a couple people kind of transferred to the school. Who did it affect? I guess they would affect them by, I mean, more lines of that's a cool ability. Thinking instead of it being a villainized ability. Also, yeah, people call him a villain, by the way. Like, he even got caught, like, the cops were called, like, multiple times on him by his natural occurrence. Like, the cops, like, as soon as they saw him, like, he had to, get tested for things. And, they realized that, the more you're around him, the more you start to see stuff. So, yeah. They don't know how the ability works, but they know, it's just better if, people stay away from him. So he practically has, like, one teacher teaching an entire classroom to him, practically. He has an entire, half of the school in his control, practically, because, like, no one's there. He can practically just do whatever he wants. That's until a couple people show up. Yeah. Why? Because I need people to add. So, one person in particular. One person in particular joins. A very... I'm trying to figure out what order I want them to come in. A boy with black hair would join into the school. Same with a couple others who would join the school. One that's very cheery. One that's more of lines of, he has black hair. That's literally the only thing I can give you. I can also maybe give you his ability. So, his ability is practically like energy motion. Like, that's the best way I can describe it without, like, full on, like, just, like, tell you exactly who it is. Because, like, that's the best I can do. I'll tell you who joins, like, their exact names and whatnot. I mean, like, the last one I'm gonna hide 3 of them for, like, part 3. And then I'm gonna, like, maybe have a couple of them actually, like, have their names up here. So you may know a couple of them. One cheery one. One serious one. One that, how would you say, doesn't have a quirk but does have an ability. That's, energy motion. He absorbs lights and electricity to kind of shock and activate things. One that loves music. And a couple other ones that I don't feel like saying. I'll add a couple other ones later. Anyways, yeah, they don't know anything about Deku. Like, they don't know who Deku is, nor anything. So yeah, he kind of, like, it's a private school, and this man practically had, like, owns half of it, practically. Or at least, like, 25% of the portion. Like, there's always one of those schools that has, that, haunted, like, that, haunted floor. That's practically Deku. Like, that entire floor is. People do try, people eventually forgot about Deku, so yeah. Some people, do dares and whatnot, Using Ouija boards up there, you know, where Deku is at. Deku's kind of, you know, he draws closer to the Ouija board, so, you know, I mean, he technically is a ghost, so, I mean, yeah. Just a very powerful one. Probably stronger than a demon, honestly. Especially from the stuff I'm about to give him. So, yeah. Deku scares people here and there off his floor, so, yeah. At this point, he sees it as his own floor. Like, he forgot, like, what home was. I mean, he does, like, call Inko now and there. And, who else did I say? I believe, I said Hisashi as well. I can't remember. Yeah, I believe, both of them were on a picnic, you know, then got Deku. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. So, Hisashi is a thing of this. It's just Deku's very isolated. And, you know, Inko and Hisashi never really know when Deku's home. Because he can be there and then not at the same time. Like, he can be there 1 second and then the next second he can just disappear. Because, I mean, technically not his parents, since, you know, his parents are either A, dead, or B, probably enslaved by Vilgax. So, yeah. Yeah. As the time has come, one of the people who had joined the school decided to be dumb enough to go to Deku's floor. I mean, they're eventually getting up to that. So, you know, a group of kids wanted to, you know, find out some stuff. A group of kids, you know, they're daring, the most daring out of everyone. So I know, it's most of the new kids, I mean. Like, most of them are the new kids, so yeah. One specifically that has the ability, it's like a magic ability, almost. I mean, Deku has it too, but I mean, he's more on the side of ghostly than using any type of magic ability. I love bringing people from the series. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. As you know, what they use a Dimmick box. Yeah, you know where this is gonna go, right? Ghost fight! Go, go, go! Okay, nice thought. So Deku, Deku, he fears interference. Like he's studying in one of his classrooms, you know. As soon as the teachers stop, as soon as the teachers, get out, finish teaching, Deku, they kind of, skirt, like they immediately head to the elevator. So yeah. Deku, he feels the interference, like something bad about to happen. Like he feels challenged. Like what I mean by that is like when another ghost is in your presence, you feel something. And Deku feels challenged, like somebody's trying to challenge his alpha, like somebody trying to challenge him. He don't like this. He's like, who this, bro? He getting aggressive now. Deku, his eyes were wide. Now they're like on the screen, like, who's on my floor? Who's on my floor? He's running, not running, but I mean floating technically. So he's going through classroom to classroom. No one sees anything. Like people just hear, they're in the last classroom, actually 101 classroom. All they hear is doors and stuff. Stuff is going off. Like doors are being slammed, desks are being thrown. Like Deku trying to find this because he feels like he's being challenged. So yeah, he's looking for everywhere. Eventually, he can pinpoint it. Eventually, after kind of yeah, he eventually pinpoints the classroom, opens the door. As that's when the dumb people with the Ouija board and Dimmick box kind of open up the Dimmick box. As another, I say a demon comes out, not a demon, but an alien comes out. Ghost fight! Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see, who do I want Deku to fight? Because there can be many things I can bring from the Ben 10 universe or some other things. Ooh, let's see, any, mini, mighty, mo. You know what? I got it, and you're my. I don't have the image right now, so give me a bit. Hi, hello everyone. I am back. Anyways, yes. Some other, when the Dimmick box was open, Deku wasn't very pleased, as not one, But not two, but three ghosts appeared. One that is white, almost phased. One that is normally green. And the other was in chains. Three ghosts, two twins, and three ghosts. Deku was being challenged. As the ghost started rampaging around the room, looking for who to control, what to do, and how to escape this environment, as Deku, feeling challenged, they attacked the students. The ghost attacked the students as Deku was forced to decline and fight them. Even though Deku's getting jumped for reasons due to him being a mutation and a specimen and planning to be experimented on, he's stronger than like all of them. So yeah. Deku, he feels challenged, so he kind of we go to, they don't see anything. All they, I'll say, all the students see, I guess I do gotta tell the name now. Jiro, Mina Ashido, Momoya Yorozu. And nah, I keep the other one a secret. With two other people. Monoma, Tetsu, and the other person that I'm not gonna say. As all they see, I'll say it's like nighttime too. So yeah, I'll say Deku does take the night classes. So yeah, all they see are these entities. Like that, they like, oh snap, we just released ghosts. Oh snap. Yeah, so it's like four different ghosts fighting. Like they're terrified out their minds. One looks more terrifying than the rest, being Deku. Deku looks the most terrifying. Especially, he has that purple eye, just in pure darkness. Remember, they only have candles. So all they see is stuff being thrown around. Flipping light. They see purple light, like a purple eye. They see a green eye. They see a couple eyes actually. They see like four different eyes. So yeah, and then they just see people getting hit like back to back. Like the dude tried to shock them, didn't work. And no, it's not Kaminari. Get out of here. It's a person from the Ben 10 series. OG, my guy. Anyways. Yes. Jiro tried to use her sound waves, but, she noticed her abilities weren't working right now. Why? Due to the amount of paranormal activity that can cancel out quirks. Yes, I'm giving this ability. Why? Because it's flipping awesome, and it strikes more fear into them. So they still have their quirks, is just severely weakened. So, yes. What did you do? Why were you on here? I'm supposed to be the only one on this floor. As you know, Deku tries to talk to them, but by the way, fighting off three separate ghosts. Two twins, and practically one being chained up. The one getting chained up, giving out all the orders. One that is supposed to be a prisoner from his home planet. The other two are twins that kind of, I guess, wanted some adventure. Accidentally make it to the wrong planet. And, I guess eventually sealed. Or, no, they made it to Earth. They actually, accidentally, try to fight some, plumbers. And eventually, got trapped in the Dimic box. Using tech and whatnot. Using a type of very, what was it? I believe it was yellow, orangish slime they used to prevent him from disappearing. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, they used that, kind of like a glue substance to kind of, trap them into the spirit box. So they weren't able to phase out of the box. So yeah. He's barking out orders. As you know, Deku's like, how dare you challenge me? I show you all fear. As you know, all the lights in the room, like, I'll say they're like, just a couple lights, the couple lights, like, kind of like Phasmophobia. So, a couple lights were on, all of them shut off. Like, as soon as Deku got serious, he shut off. Like, he shut off all lights. Candles gone. Like, candles were, like, thrown out the window. Gone. Everyone was huddling in the corner, like, all the people, normal people, like, huddling in the corner, like, flipping terrified. Like, they don't know what's going up with their quirks or anything like that. They're kind of terrified. Their fear is preventing them from using their quirks. It's kind of like, I'll say that Deku makes people so scared of him that they're unable to kind of, use their quirks. So yes. Kind of like a cancel. Kind of. But not really. Since they're still able to use the quirks, just not to, the full extent. So yeah. Now. Deku, they're still trying to fight Deku. They don't know who he is. They do notice, he's one of them. Join us into control of the entire city. Deku don't care. Like he on that, bro. He on that Ghost Freak stuff. So he prepared. They messed with the wrong person. That's when one of them kind of messed up. One of Deku's amulets. Deku has an amulet. It's a very shiny purple amulet, which it was said to be on Deku's spaceship. It was a purple crystallized rock that his mother gave him. As soon as they tapped him and that thing fell off and they broke it, bro. This man went the 1 to 3 real quick. Like, bro, everyone was unable to move. Even the ghosts were unable to move. Like, the ghosts themselves felt scared. Like, my God, they felt scared beyond any beliefs. Enough. As he kind of, does the reality warping. Bringing them to, the worst nightmares. As, Vilgax appears, torturing them in their minds, as Yeah, we go to, 3 separate fainted ghosts, which are on the floor, flipping terrified, kind of getting away from Deku, as, Deku opens up, as, they see their worst fears, as, they're kind of, now they're in the corner, as, now there's, like, 1, 2, 3, there's, like, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's, like, 9 people, like, 3 of them, like, technically 9, technically 9, but, I mean, 3 of them are ghosts and the other 6 are perfectly human. Anyways, yeah, the ghosts are in one corner and the other one is, like, people are in the other corner, so yeah, people are terrified of Deku, like, bro, they see that, the other ghosts are terrified of him. As, it started, I'll say it's pretty late, it's at one point, yeah. Deku ain't having none of that. So probably what happened is that, yeah, they submitted. Like, they immediately submitted as soon as they saw Deku. Like, bro, like, it was like, what, like a 3-minute battle, bro. It didn't take that long. It was a 3-minute battle. Like, how much capabilities Deku has with his quirk from how many years he's been with it. Right now, it's insane, bro. You don't want to mess with this dude. He will vibe check you right then and there. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, they submit. Like, they kind of bow to him. They bow to him. Like, bro, don't kill us. Don't mess with us, practically. Go. I'll talk to you later. And then he kind of sends, all 3 of the ghosts outside the room. Go to the other classroom. I have to talk with 6 humans. 6 people. I'll say humans because, he's in not he's not in his 2nd stage or 3rd stage, but, he's on, he still has, the, black room, still there. So, he can still control, reality in that room. So, they kind of walk out of it, run out of it because, they ain't trying to have any of that. Like, they ain't trying to mess with Deku, so yeah. They run, like, they're like, yes, I, Captain. They kind of run in the other room, the heat, like, bro, what I mean, like, like, everyone was scared, like, everyone was, like, terrified of Deku, like, bro, like, they were about to have aneurysms from how, like, terrifying Deku was at that point. Like, their hearts were about to have a heart attack. Like, they're about to die right then and there. As he says one word. as it echoes out through the entire, half of the school. As you know, they run, like they run out, like they run out, like they run out. As you know, Deku, they run out. As you know, I say Monomo's like, nope, we're never doing that again. And then Jiro was like, bruh, it wasn't my idea, just saying. It was Monomo's idea, trying to open the Dimmick box. Where, the ghost of the purple wraith. Yeah, that's Deku's, school title. Because, I mean, people kind of forgot about him, so, they kind of gave him a nickname. So, yeah. Not my fault. It feels like he was angered by, what happened. Because Deku, he doesn't really get angry, but, when 3 other ghosts appeared, ghost freaks appeared, he was like, nah, bro. I'm the captain now, practically. So, yes. After talking with the ghosts, the ghosts, they realize they have no chance against Deku. Like, Deku can just put them instantly, like, they all have their own black rooms, but Deku has the most terrifying. Like, like, they ain't trying to have that. And eventually, they do talk about Deku. So, why are you here on Earth? What do you mean? I was born here. As they kind of keep it a secret, like, Okay. Believe what you think. Like, they kind of tell, give hints on, they give hints to Deku about the truth of, what he is. Because, I guess Inko and, Hisashi haven't really told Deku, the truth yet. He kind of fell from flipping space, so yeah. As you know, they have nowhere to place, and, Deku doesn't want them snooping around anywhere. So, he kind of low-key is the captain of, like, of his own, like, gang, I guess. Ghost freaks, like, practically. Kevin 11. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Why not? It's, like, near that ending part, so yeah. Kevin 11, he's like, only if... I wish I can have my abilities. At that point, I wasn't charged. If I can touch the electrical switch, I may have tasered them. Maybe capture them. As you know, well, Deku's, gone. Because, I'll say, they do go to, the school again. But at night this time, instead of, waiting until, all people are gone. They got salt, they got holy water, they got all this other BS that's not going to work. But, crucifix and everything. Like, they're trying to capture the ghosts. So, everyone gets ready for, their stuff. As, they got, like, all the things they need. They got the Bible, like, any type of things that can be used against ghosts and whatnot, they got. So, yeah. Also, Kevin 11's charged, absorbing the power from, the building. So, yeah. Yeah. Deku's not there, though. Like, they're, like... I'll say it's, like... That would be, after, he, kind of introduces, everyone, like, the other 3 ghost freaks. If you want to give them names, the other ghost freaks, comment down below. There are twin ghost freaks, so one's just, different colors, kind of technically. One's, in phasing looking mode. The other one, is green, and the other one, has chains around them. If you want to give them titles as well to their homeworld, or, if you want to give them, names, you're able to do so, because I cannot think of anything right now. So, yes. Inko and Hisashi are kind of, they're on guard. Like, they don't know what's going to happen. They do know that Deku's not human, though. They do know that Deku's not human. Like, he's something else. So, yeah. Yeah! So, boss, what do you want us to do? Sit tight. Sit tight. Don't do anything. Just go to my room. I'll tell you everything later. As you know, practically, Deku's, he's kind of whispering orders, because, yeah. Unlike the other ghosts, he hasn't, he doesn't talk much, and since he was isolated, he still has that whispering ghost voice. So, yeah. His parents, they're a little scared. They might think, Deku knows, but he doesn't. He low-key doesn't know. As you know, they kind of, Deku kind of takes control of the entire, situation. Kind of, kind of adopting them, kind of. but like not, I guess. Because, I mean, they're not humans. I mean, they technically what it kind of was, I guess. I mean, I guess they count as siblings, technically, since they're part of the same race. So I technically can count them as siblings, I guess. So, yeah. You know, eventually, Inko kind of writes down on the papers, Deku just found his long lost brothers. So, yeah, they're kind of adopted by Inko, practically. Kind of live in the same room because I mean they don't really need sleep or anything, and I mean they have no smell. So I mean, smellless. I guess they don't have a scent or anything, so you can't really know where they are, nor do they make noise. So the only that's natural. So all you can really do is kind of sense them, like with echolocation, or just the ghost coldness thing in my bob with like glasses. And by looking at them. Besides that, that's like the only way you know that they're there. So yeah. Also, they don't have shadows, by the way. They don't have shadows for like paranormal reasons. So yeah. Anyways, that is when the door is blasted open. What was I gonna call it? You know what? They'll probably say specimen. Freeze! Give us the specimen! As that's where I'm gonna end off the video.